Today I'm on a journey to complete the first step in becoming a hunter. Hunter's education class. I tell you what, as I walked outside today, that cold air this morning, I thought to myself, could have probably taken that online course instead. Nice and warm in my house, comfortable. But nothing great happens when you're comfortable. Nah, man, I'm really excited to get out here and start hunting and that. And for me, it's like, you know, nobody in my family ever hunted. And for me, I want to break that generational curse and get out here and hunt and do the real thing. And for me, it's part of growing as a man and becoming successful as a man, you know?
Yes.
But how you feel about that? Like,
nobody in my family's ever hunted either. I feel like there's a lot to learn.
well, if you go in person, it's free. I recommend everybody go in person. I think you learn a lot better when you're in person. I know everybody wants to take it online. It's a little bit easier.
If you're in person, at least you can ask the instructor questions.
Right.
You know, it'd be hard to do that if you're online.
Yeah, dang, you're taller than me.
We should switch. I should be on the tall list. Like that.
One of the reasons why I wanted to make this video today is to kind of share my experience going forward with this whole process, and hopefully help to inspire some other guys to get out there and do the same thing that we're gonna do. I know I'm 32 years old. I'm a little late to the game, but you know, there's younger kids getting out here and doing this. But I recommend guys and girls, get out there and do this. Do your hunter's education. You know, learn how to fish, learn how to hunt. You never know when it's going to come in handy. And you know, you can teach that to your kids as well. In preparation for your first hunt, what is the thing that you're kind of excited for the most?
I would say I'm excited for the whole experience overall and learning all of the new stuff, possibly meeting new people. I always enjoy learning new things.
Right. For me, it's buying a new gun, getting a new gun. You know, I'm excited for that because it's like in Indiana, there's so many rules. You know, so many calibers that they're outlawed for public land, and of course, I'm gonna be hunting public land and that. So I have to hunt for the specific gun I want. And I think I've boiled it down to 350 Legend. It's gonna be a Winchester, but it's buying the gun, putting it together, you know, getting the right scope that you want, going out, sighting it in, and getting out there for that first hunt. So what do you think will be the biggest challenge for your first hunt? And I'll answer that one first for me. And obviously it's going to be finding the land. Like, where do you go to hunt? Because I don't want to say the government's made it so difficult, but there's so many restrictions on where you can hunt. You know, when you're living in the city, where do you go? Where's the closest place? Because sometimes the closest place is packed with people. There's so many people there.
Yeah. You're
hunting over the next guy, and it's just...
I think it'd just be learning all the different laws. Like you mentioned earlier about the calibers and where you can hunt and when you can hunt, and you know, how to do it all safely.
And it's, man, just all the little rules on that, and there's so many different rules, and they get you on everything, and I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. But I called the DNR and talked to them, and they're like, don't stress out about it, you know,
it's not that complicated.
Right, because everybody tells, they're gonna take your car, they're gonna take your gun, they're gonna take your house, and you know, so I'm a little stressed out, wanting to make sure that I follow all the rules. But I think that's what hunter's education is going to help us with too.
Definitely take a lot of notes.
All right, guys, well, I'm hoping they let me record a little bit at the class, but if not, we'll see. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you, Chris. Yep. Absolutely. All right, guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is search for www.in.gov/DNR. It's gonna bring you to the Indiana DNR website. So we're gonna go ahead, once we're here, and scroll down to the bottom of the page. Once you're at the bottom of the page, you're gonna see the DNR divisions. We're gonna go ahead and click on the law enforcement division. This will bring you to the law enforcement page, and on this page you want to click education tab. From there you're going to see hunter's education. That's the one that we're looking for. So go over to the tab and click the view upcoming events, and then of course you're going to have a bunch of different events. Find one that is closest to you. We're going to click view the event, and then from there we're looking at the location and time and making sure it's exactly what we want. If it's what we want, we're going to go ahead and click register now. On this next page, you're going to fill in all of your information and then click next, and then they should follow up with a confirmation email for you. And then you're scheduled, you're all good to go.
The whole reason that we do this hunter ed stuff, the whole reason the hunter ed started is to eliminate accidents out there in the field. Yeah, you can have fun, but the stuff that we're talking about in here is serious.
December 31st of 1986, if you were born after that date, you have to have hunter education to get a hunting license.
What's the first thing you should do if you're lost? Admit that you're lost. It's the guy that's like, oh, I ain't lost, I'll just go over this hill. I know that's where the the big oak tree is, I'll take a right. You go over the hill and the big oak tree wasn't over here. You go this way, and then you end up getting even more and more lost. So admit that you're lost, stay put, see if you got cell service, make some phone calls. Emergency signal for distress is 3 of any signal, 3 shots, 3 blasts of a whistle.
So how big is a whistle?
Yeah,
Not that big, right? Costs 99 cents at Walmart. How long can you blow a whistle?
as long as you're breathing.
As long as you're breathing, right? How long can you yell for help? If you're screaming for help, you're gonna lose your voice pretty quick. Keeping that little whistle, going and throwing that in your bag. I mean, it's 99 cents. It's something that can help you.
You treat every gun as if it's what?
Loaded.
Okay.
Once that gun goes off, never call that shot back.
All right. Respecting landowners, test question, guys. Always ask a landowner for permission to hunt. Be respectful. Don't drive across their freshly planted wheat and say, boy, that's some pretty grass. Transport your animals discreetly. Don't strap it to the hood of your car and drive around the square in Boonville honking your horn.
Observe. As you see, we went over a lot of survival tips, a lot of good safety tips as well. And then we watched a few videos. Guys, real big eye openers. Remember, once that gun goes off, you can never call that shot back.
So we have 3 things in the United States. We have people that hunt, we have people that don't hunt. They don't care if you hunt. You have people that are very, very much anti-hunters. They don't like hunting. They will do anything they can to do away with hunting. How to behave if confronted by anti-hunters, protesters. There's a law in Indiana that you cannot harass somebody if they're hunting. Report hunter harassment to law enforcement. Test question 61. That's a test question. This is a test question.
Test question on there.
Test question. That's a test question.
Test question. I really don't like protesters. Nail them to the wall. Turn them in. And by the way, did you notice? They gave you all the answers to the questions.
Wow.
Okay, what's this called?
Trigger.
Good.
Safety.
Yeah. What's this called?
Pump.
No. What's this called here?
Action.
There you go. Action. Very good. And this?
Barrel.
Good.
Stop.
Okay.
You want to get somebody's attention? Do that. Test question, guys. What is a safety? It's a mechanical device that can fail. This is a single action revolver. So you open this side right here, you roll the cylinder around. It's how you load it and unload it. Right now it's unloaded. You can tell there's no cartridges in the cylinder. This is a rifle. It's a Armalite AR-15. Right now the action's open, so we know it's unloaded, safe, no magazine in it. This is a safety on this gun.
So yeah, when they brought all the guns out, all the kids got involved. They went over the gun safety in such a great detail. I absolutely loved it. I recommend this for everybody to put their kid through. I know mine's probably gonna go through it a few times.
Before that deer moves, you've got to have a transportation tag wrote out for that deer. That includes your name or your customer ID number, license number, date of kill, location of kill, the weapon used, and sex of that animal. Okay, 48 hours. You've got 48 hours to check that deer in. Once you check that deer in, it's going to give you a confirmation number. You write that confirmation number down, now your transportation tag is no longer needed. You've got your confirmation number, then you can start processing. You cannot start processing prior to having that confirmation number wrote down.
I don't like to shoot a deer unless it's one I'm gonna eat. Offer the deer meat to the landowner that let you hunt. Take them some summer sausage or something that you had made out of the deer.
So let's say you're coyote hunting and you want to take the fur and make something out of the fur, blankets or whatever. Are you allowed to sell that at all? You are allowed to sell that?
The fur?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't sell game like deer.
Right.
But if it's a fur-bearing animal, you can sell the carcass.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, touch on a few things. Just got through the class. It was a 100 question. You had to get at least 70% or higher, obviously. No, I'm not bragging, but I did get 100% on the test and got issued my card already. And I'm definitely going to go back in on the portal on that Indiana website that I'd showed you previously and go ahead. There's a spot at the very top where you could type in the number they give you, that certification number, and then it will allow you to purchase your hunter's license. So one thing I definitely want to talk about, I would definitely 100% recommend doing this in person. I talked to some friends of mine that had done it online, actually just recently, and they told me, they even admitted, Jacob, I just flipped through the pages. I didn't really read anything, didn't go through anything. And they took the test. But when you do that, the problem is you're missing the meat of this information, the quality information, right? When you're here with the actual people in person, you have a lot of dialogue and conversation, and you're learning from past experiences. You know, they got guns laid out on the counter that have been blown apart. You get to touch that and feel that. You learn a little bit more than just flipping through a page of a book.